Today's topic is very important for those who are preparing for interviews or those who want to make a lasting impression in their workplace. I've noticed that many people have trouble articulating their thoughts clearly and concisely. As a result, they often fail to make the desired impact in conversations or interviews. In such situations, it's crucial to be able to organize your thoughts and express them fluently. That's why in this video, I'm going to teach you how to sharpen your thoughts before speaking so that you can communicate more effectively and confidently in any situation. There are 3 steps involved. 1. Know the STAR method. 2. Create a mental framework. 3. Practice regularly. Let's discuss each one of these in detail. Before we start, let me tell you something. It's hard to think of what to say when the interviewer asks you tough interview questions unless you have a strategy. Strategy is called STAR. STAR stands for situation, task, action, and result. I'll explain this with an example. Suppose you're giving an interview for a customer service position. Ever been asked, can you share a time you handled a tough customer? You know exactly what the question means, but thinking of an answer in that moment is hard. So here's where the STAR method helps. Think of a situation you were in where you had to deal with a difficult customer. What was the task that needed to be done? What action did you take? And what was the result? Now, if you organize your thoughts in this manner, you will be able to speak at length without any hesitation. STAR is not only useful during interviews, it's also helpful when you're trying to influence someone at work or trying to persuade someone to accept your ideas. This is because the STAR method is a powerful storytelling technique that helps you communicate your experiences in a clear and compelling way. So remember the STAR method the next time you need to articulate your thoughts. Now let's move to the second point. Create a mental framework. Think of your mind as a vast ocean filled with countless thoughts, ideas, and experiences. Sometimes it can be challenging to find the right words to express what you want to say. That's why having a mental framework is essential. Mental framework is like a lighthouse that guides your thoughts and helps you articulate them clearly. One way to create a mental framework is to use the POW method. POW stands for point, order, and words. This method helps you structure your thoughts and express them in a logical and coherent way. Let's see how this works. Point first. Identify the main point you want to make. For example, let's say you're giving a presentation on the benefits of exercise. Your main point could be that regular exercise is essential for maintaining good health. Once you have your main point, create supporting points that develop and explain your main point. For example, you could talk about the physical, mental, and emotional benefits of exercise. Now that you have your main point and supporting points, it's time to order them logically. A good way to do this is to use the problem-solution-result structure. Problem first. State the problem or issue. Exercise can be challenging to incorporate into a busy schedule. Then offer a solution. Find ways to make it fun and convenient. And finally, state the result. When you make it fun and convenient, people are more likely to stick with it. Now that you have a logical order for your points, it's time to choose the right words to express them. Use precise and concise language to describe your points, and use transitions to connect your ideas smoothly. Here are some examples of transition words and phrases you can use. For example, in addition, furthermore, however, for instance, in conclusion, as a result. By following the POW method, you'll be able to create a clear and concise message that's easy for your audience to understand. So whenever you need to articulate your thoughts, remember to use the POW method to create a mental framework that guides your message. Let's see how this looks in a real conversation. Imagine you're at a networking event and someone asks you about your career. Using the POW method, you could start by stating your current position and responsibilities. For example, I'm currently working as a project manager at a tech company. Then you could provide specific examples of your accomplishments and the value you've brought to your organization. In my role, I've led several projects that have resulted in increased efficiency and cost savings. Finally, you could share your future aspirations and goals. Ultimately, I'd like to become a director of operations and help shape the future of the company. By following the POW method, you'll be able to present yourself in a clear and confident manner, making a lasting impression on the people you meet. Let's move to the third point. Practice regularly. Practicing regularly is the key to developing the ability to articulate your thoughts quickly and easily. When you practice, you give yourself the opportunity to get feedback and make adjustments. so that you can continually improve your communication skills. There are several ways to practice articulating your thoughts. One way is to practice with friends or family members. You could ask them to ask you questions on a variety of topics and then practice your answers. You could also record yourself while answering the questions so that you can review your body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. Another way to practice is to join a public speaking group such as Toastmasters International. This is a great way to get feedback from experienced communicators and learn new techniques for articulating your thoughts. You could also volunteer to give presentations at work or in your community. This will give you the chance to practice in front of a live audience and get valuable feedback. It's also important to read and listen to others. By reading books and articles on a variety of topics, you'll expose yourself to different perspectives and ideas. This will give you something to talk about and will help you develop your communication skills. Similarly, listening to podcasts and audiobooks can help you improve your listening skills and your ability to articulate your thoughts. Here's a bonus tip for you. It's important to be yourself when you communicate. Trying to be someone you're not will only make things worse. When you're true to who you are, you'll be able to connect with your audience on a deeper level and make a lasting impression. Also, don't be afraid to show your personality. Let your sense of humor shine through, and don't take yourself too seriously. Remember, communication is not just about saying the right things. It's also about connecting with others and making a lasting impression. By practicing regularly, creating a mental framework, and being yourself, you'll be able to articulate your thoughts clearly and confidently in any situation. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. Share this video with your friends and family. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you soon.